Hello and welcome to SG Speechless. Today's video has been Negan skin combos. Let's get into this video. This video is going to be combos for Negan, and this video was suggested by one of my viewers, which was Necros. Thank you very much for the video suggestion, and they said, could you do a Negan combos? Of course I can. Negan can be found in the item shop under the Negan tab and can be bought separately for 1,500 V-Bucks or with the bundle, which is a Negan Bundle for 2,000 V-Bucks. If you ever would like to use my credit code for any cosmetics in the item shop, for example the Negan skin, my credit code is SPEECH or Speech. If you do decide to use it, feel free to let me know. So thank you personally. All combos will be shown off in-game at the end of the video. Make sure to keep a timestamp in the description and the comments down below. As well as you probably noticed, the actual design of Negan isn't from the Walking Dead TV show in 2010. It's basically based off of the Walking Dead comic book from 2003. It's the only skin out of the Walking Dead skins we got that was basically based off the comic book and not the TV show. It would have been cool if they did have like an edit style, which is from the TV show, and then have the comic book if they obviously wanted to. Obviously, they just have the comic book itself. But either way, I've made 10 combos for Negan, which is part of the Survivor and Armed set introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. First combo's backbling is Boomstick, part of the Nobi Cabin Nightmare set, introduced in Chapter 3, Season 4, and is one of Ash Williams' backblings. Goes perfectly with Negan. Basically, it's a shotgun holstered and works perfectly for the black and brown design. Pickaxe is Steve's bat, part of the Stranger Things set, introduced in Chapter Fortnite OG, Season Fortnite OG. If you don't have this pickaxe, you can use a Hardy Hitter, or even Lucille, which is basically Negan's pickaxe. You can use that as well if you'd like to. The glider or umbrella for all combos is One Shot, which is part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 9. You got this umbrella for getting a victory royale in a joint bounty LTM in Chapter 1, Season 9. A couple other gliders you could use is a salvage chute, crashed satellite, or even crossfire. All of those would work nicely. Contrail is Spelunker's special Gaming Legends series Contrail, part of the Lara Croft set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 6, works nicely for this skin. You can also use Ooze, which is fully black, that one, or even Gilded Aura from this season, or no Contrail in general, because I know some players don't like to use Contrails. That's how the pickaxe looks with Negan. Works perfectly. It's basically a baseball bat, a spiked baseball bat. Let's move on to the first red wrap now, which is this one right here. It's the first one, which is Rogue Archaeology, part of the Indiana Jones set, introduced in Chapter 3, Season 3's Bat Bass, and Indiana Jones was a secret skin from that season. Let's move on to the second combo for Negan. Now, Backbling is Legends Mod Kit, part of the Jonesy's Revenge set, introduced in Chapter 5, Season 1's Bat Pass. We're using a Legends Dual Tone Mod Kit, as you see here, for like the cartoony design. Goes with it very nicely with the animated design of this skin. You can also stick with the standard if you don't want it to be animated, or like a more like cartoony, as you see here, or cell shaded, I think it is. Either way, it works nicely, both styles, but I thought I'd use it for the cell shaded or cartoony comic book look. Pickaxe is Knuckle Dagger, Marvel Series Pickaxe, part of the Across the Spider-Verse set, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 1, using it for the comic book design. And if you don't want to use this one, you can just use a combat knife instead. This is how the pickaxe looks. Works nicely. Let's move on to Red Wrap now, which is going with the theme of the comic book look, which is Blasted, part of the Short Fuse set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2's Battle Pass. Works nicely for the red and black design. Let's move on to combo number 3 now. For the third combo, I thought I'd go for a Walking Dead themed combo. Backbling is Hunting Quiver, part of the Survivor in Arms set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 5, and it's Daryl Dixon's backbling. You can also use the Sheriff's Duffel, which is Rick Grimes' backbling if you'd like to. Pickaxe is Walker Club, part of the Survivor in Arms set as well, and this is Rick Grimes' pickaxe. You can also use Daryl's knives if you want to instead of this pickaxe. Let's move on to Weapon Wrap now, which is also Walking Dead themed, which is Negan's Weapon Wrap. Crack, part of the Survivor in Arms set as well. Nice animated and reactive weapon wrap, as you can see right here. Pretty cool, clean looking weapon wrap in my opinion. Let's move on to the fourth combo now for Negan. Backbling is Assassin Pack, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 9. Works nicely for the blacked out design. You can change this for the Detective's Duffel, the Sheriff's Duffel, even the Closed Pack would work nicely. Pickaxe is Another Bat, which is Hardy Hitter, DC series, part of the Gotham City set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1 as Harley Quinn's pickaxe. Let's move on to the fourth weapon route now, fully blacked out. Boogeyman, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 9. You've got this weapon route for doing challenges in a John Bounty LTM. Let's move on to the fifth combo now for Negan. For this one, I thought I'd use the Detective Duffel, part of Loose Cannon set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 7, Mike Lowry's backbling. Pickaxe is Combat Knife, part of the Future War set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 5. Works nicely for the colour scheme and just works nicely with the skin in general. Let's move on to Red Wrap now for this combo. Fully blacked out once again, Stealth Black, that can be bought in the item shop. Part of the Royale set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 8. Let's move on to the next combo now, combo number 6. Backbling is Rick Grimes' backbling, Sheriff's Duffel, part of the Survivor in Arms set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 8. Pickaxe is the Death Metal Scythe, DC series pickaxe, part of the Dark Multiverse set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 8. The Batman Who Laughs pickaxe works nicely for the blacked out design. Let's move on to Red Wrap now for this combo, which could be made fully blacked out. Tie-dye Abyss, introduced in Chapter 3, Season 4, can be bought in the item shop. To make it fully blacked out, all you got to do is go to your lobby, click on your banner, over to colour, third row down, second colour across is black, and this is pretty much how it looks here, pretty much fully blacked out. Let's move on to the next combo now, combo 7. Backbling is Game Legends series, which is the Survivors pack, part of the Lara Croft set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 6's Battle Pass. We're using the Survivor pack style for the brown and the red design. Pickaxe is Raiders Revenge, part of the Storm Scavenger set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 1. Works nicely with the skin for the brown, the black and the red design, so especially the barbed wire on top of the pickaxe itself. Let's move on to the Red Wrap now for this combo, which is Space Cowboy, part of the Cowboy Bebop set, introduced in Chapter 6, Season 2. You've got this wrap for doing challenges, or the Cowboy Bebop challenges in when they're around in Chapter 6, Season 2. Works nicely for the red and black design, also goes nicely with the red on the pickaxe and the backbling as well. Let's move on to combo number 8. Now, backbling is Clip's Toolkit, part of the Full Clip set, introduced in Chapter 4, Season 2. I'm pretty sure this is a part of the Full Clip Save the World pack you get in Chapter 4, Season 2. Pickaxe is Daryl's Knives, part of the Survivor in Arms set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 5. Works nicely for the theme of the skin, and just the actual pickaxe general is pretty clean as well. Let's move on to the Red Wrap now, which is Shadow Seal, part of the Lone Shadow set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 2's Battle Pass, I'm pretty sure. Works nicely for the black. Let's move on to the next combo now, combo number 9 for Negan. Backbling is Bare Brained, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. Works nicely for the black and also just a brain design as well. There is also a backbling that's basically like a brain in a jar. If you do have that one, I can't remember the name of it, that'd work nicely as well. Pickaxe is Reaper, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 1. Goes nicely with the skin tone and also the cartoony design as well of the skin, or comic book design I should say. The Red Wrap for this combo is Legends Retribution, part of the Jonesy's Revenge set, introduced in Chapter 5, Season 1's Battle Pass. Works nicely for all the different colour schemes on it, as you can see right here. Let's move on to the final combo for Negan now. And for the combo 10, I thought I'd use Chloe's pack, part of the Uncharted set, introduced in Chapter 3, Season 1. Pickaxe is Vision, part of the Ouroboros set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 7, using it for the blacked out design. And the final Red Wrap for the Negan combos is the Assassin, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 9, can be bought in the item shop, mainly using it for the black. Thank you once again to Necros for the video suggestion. I really did enjoy getting combos done for Negan. That's all the Negan skin combos done. And the Negan cosmetics in general, leave the item shop on the 12th of April. If you want any of them, I'm saying leave on the 12th of April. If you ever do have any other Fortnite related videos, like see for example skin, backbling, pickaxe, glider / umbrella, contrail or web wrap or anything other Fortnite related, always feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Always down to give something new a go. But anyways, that's pretty decent.